I think this is the most skilled group in the SEC. I've thought that for the last 2 years, and since everybody returns from the offense a year ago, it hasn't changed my mind. Quarterback he's got a big arm. It's a live arm. He can throw it a long ways. He can throw it with great velocity. He throws it with great accuracy. The receivers can all get it. I mean, they do it every week. They 63, 75, 63. Big play after big play after big play. They got great hands. They tested us a year ago in both loose and press coverage and made us pay in both of those areas.
Overall, was that one of the better weeks of performance that you guys have had last week?
I thought it was our best outing as far as SEC football games go. I was proud of our kids. I thought our preparation was exceptional. I thought the execution on game day was as high as it's been. Their effort was phenomenal. When we graded it out, it was the highest that it's been all season. We fit and accounted for the quarterback for the most part. He got some, what I would describe as some cheap stuff that came as a result of ad-libbing and scrambles. But as far as the quarterback run game, we were where we were supposed to be and had him bottled up. We certainly gave ourselves a chance to win. Well, started with effort there too. He played the most snaps that he's played all season long. I think he played every snap but two in the football game, which is unusual for a D lineman, but he was playing at that high of a level, and he wasn't slowing down. There was no lack of conditioning or fatigue never set in. So I think he's just really dedicated to what he's doing right now, technique-wise, and what we're asking him to do within the defense, and I think the level of output are reflecting that.
I think the Hogs thrown some like 3 or more touchdown passes in 7 straight games. Kind of a crazy stat. Do you hope that you guys can stop that streak?
That'd be great. I'd love to see that streak come to an end. But he got 38 right on the season. That's a lot of touchdown passes, and you know, he spreads it out to a number of guys. I mean, they're 3 deep at the tight end spot, and they can all run. Yeah, that's something that we'd like to see come to an end in Razorback Stadium. Absolutely. You know, Coley and Liddell split the reps. Basically, I think they ended up at 36 and 34, or something very close to that number. As far as gradable snaps were concerned on Saturday, and it was fun to have DeAndre back out there and able to spot us and run around and make plays, and we'll look to do the same thing Friday. Yeah, just one play. I couldn't even tell you what happened to him. He was out one play, and then he was back in. Cramps. Yeah, cramps, and at the end, they tried to get him ready for the series, and he couldn't go out of fear. He couldn't play full speed and do what we needed him to do.
You got some seniors, especially on the back end. No, you weren't here when they first got it. How do you feel about your seniors and senior day and all that?
Yeah, well, it's a special day, and it should be. You're going to have a lot of family that's not necessarily here every game day. There's a lot of memories built up over 4 and 5 years, and that those are year-round memories. That's the sweat in the summertime and the work in the wintertime and all the games, wins and losses. It goes so fast, and you tell your team that all the time when you talk to the guys, especially in the back of the room, the young players, how very soon they're going to be sitting up in the front. And now for this particular group, it's here, and I've only had them for 2 years, but they're a heck of a group. I mean, work ethic and passion and you know, coachability, and they're a lot of fun to be around on a daily basis, and we want to send them out winners.
Sosa's in the last couple of games. What have you thought about how he's been playing?
Outstanding. Yeah, he's playing at a high level, and I think he's playing within the defense, which is allowing him to play at that kind of level, and the effort to go along with it has shown. That caused fumble that he had was a big play, obviously, but I mean to make that play took extra effort and well-placed hand and violent action.
I heard on TV that even with Crockett out, it seemed like their running game is maybe even picked up with the other guy. What do you think of their running game?
Well, there's no drop-off in our opinion. 21 has 822 yards, I believe it is. That's a lot of yards for a guy who was formerly the number 2 guy, and 33 is a big, powerful runner. So, I mean, no different than tight end. I mean, they were at least 3 deep there before, too, and they want to run the football as well as they throw it, and they're throwing it for 300 yards a game. They're running it for 200 yards a game, and those are large numbers.
I know you're focused on their offense, Sharon, but they were 1-5, now they won 5 in a row, and they haven't beaten Alabama or Georgia, but their finals have been pretty good. What's your take on the way they turned their season around?
Well, I think confidence, when you get to a couple opponents and get a couple wins, and then you get more confident in everything that you're doing in all phases, you begin to play at a higher level. Confidence is so important, and they've got it at the right time, and they are playing very, very well right now.
Well, how are you guys dealing with just the comments around the program about the future of the staff, future of Brett?
People are talking about that?
They are.
Oh, I wouldn't be aware of that. No, 29 years of being in it, and been hired, been fired, and been that way as a head coach, been that way as a coordinator, been that way as a complete staff. You do the best you can. You do it every day. You don't back off that. You don't change course. I'm very fortunate to have a tremendous coach's wife who's been through it as well, and she gets it, she understands it, and she's able to block it out just as well as I am. 2 grown sons that lived it playing for me when their old man got fired. So we come by it honestly and appreciate the fact that it goes along with the profession, and you can't change who you are or what you're doing. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Anytime you're playing for a piece of hardware, you're excited about that. I think the combination of playing for our seniors and playing for a trophy that got taken away from us a year ago gives you extra incentive and motivation, and our kids are very aware of what's at stake.
Any more questions?
Thank you.
Well,